With so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that helps you keep calm and stay informed and inspired: Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts delivered to you 24/7. When you see stories you want to save or share, tap the plus button to add them to private or public collections. It's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started now at flipboard.com. It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news, with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-commerce Minute, episode 199.
In today's episode, Costco's treasure hunt floor plan.
If you're visiting Costco anytime soon, be prepared for a treasure hunt. The rotisserie chicken and cheap vodka purveyor allegedly designs its store layout to purposely confuse their customers. This probably won't come to a shock to anyone who's been in a Costco, but this is for those who may not have been. That's according to an article from Business Insider that looked into some of the many queries posted in Quora and Reddit asking the question, why doesn't Costco make it easier to find items in stores? One shopper posted, "Are these changes made purely to force people like me to walk by stuff I wouldn't normally walk by? I bet it works, but it sure does rustle my jimmies." Oh, you kids and your jimmies.
Sprinkles.
Haven't had my sprinkles rustled in a long time. Okay, so it turns out it's entirely by design and to keep you from roaming the aisles and spending more. Costco employees refer to it as the treasure hunt. They purposely move products around to different locations and are constantly rotating a certain percentage of their inventory to new products. Tony Jacobson, who worked at Costco for 13 years, wrote on Quora. This creates a treasure hunt experience as you shop and helps you discover new products that you may not normally see on your shopping visits. And that's not the only strategy that's meant to confuse. CBS reported that the lack of signage within the warehouse is also meant to encourage people to explore. An article on Fast Company stated that Costco designs their layouts as an elaborate racetrack that exposes shoppers to a greater number of products. This layout allows customers to view home, seasonal, and lifestyle selections on low-profile racks that allow for open sightlines across any point of the store. The very outside of the track is home to practical staples, including toilet paper, whose location requires consumers to pass many impulse buys. The retail chain tends to keep fresh food and essentials in the back of the store to draw you in. Meanwhile, many Costco employees place their store's biggest bargains in the center court of the store, according to Business Insider's Kate Taylor. So if you want to keep your cart light on your next Costco trip, stay to the middle or the back of the store, or one with many treasures in it.
It's just silly.
So this is kind of silly story, and it's kind of Captain Obvious, but
that was frustrating the hell out of me.
What it tells me is that it's worth it to actually have people there to move crap around. If you look at some of the I went through some of the Reddit and Quora feeds. One guy wrote, "Stuff moves every single morning. Last week in work, I watched a particular item move to 5 different spots over 5 different days." So that's manpower there to take that. And they've calculated into the cost of that guy doing this that it's worth it because the impulse buys will spike based on where things are placed.
That's true.
And
it makes sense. I just think that's like silly.
I think it would be rather frustrating to work there. It's like, I finally
it's not gonna work.
Finally merchandise that rack. Shit. Now I got to move it again.
I don't think it's Costco, so they just pallets and move that shit around.
Right,
but
it's just pallets, not really merchandising anything.
Right. I mean, but I think it'd be frustration for the customers, right? Like you go to Costco, you're like, I know where stuff is. I want to go shopping.
Yeah, but not really.
Not really.
So if you read a little further, there's people who, the people who are real hardcore Costco shoppers know this, and they know that some stuff is not going to move. But the people that move the stuff around at Costco, do you know what they're called?
No.
There's a nickname. They're called the Costco elves. They move stuff around all the time. They're called the Costco elves. So it's obvious. There's the psychological factor is at work here. There's an upsell strategy. One comment I read, the reason we move entire categories is because we think they might sell better somewhere else. For example, are K-cups better sold next to bagged coffee or next to the Keurig appliances themselves? I've seen both. Are diapers and baby wipes better sold in health and beauty or sundries near toilet paper. I've seen both. So they do A/B testing in their store. And again, it's because it's to have the elves move this crap around, twice a day. It's still worth it for them because they can look at the data and say, yeah, you know what? We did good here. Let's leave those K-cups. Things are regional too, because you can't, things that might apply in one Costco store might not apply in another.
Right. I mean, it's I guess it'd be regional dependent, right?
Right, because people have different. I'm sure the selection varies.
In Florida stores right now, you don't want salt. You probably want umbrellas, and vice versa in like Michigan or
exactly things like that.
Makes sense.
So they keep their stores really stripped down, and that's part of a cost savings, but it's also part of the allure, because if you go into a Costco or Sam's, you see the stripped down environment and you automatically think, oh man, I'm saving some money. Who's ever saved money walking into a Costco or a Sam's? Nobody. I dare you to walk in. I saw one meme. It was like this woman, and she has a princess crown. It's like, I actually went into Costco for a chicken and left only with the chicken. It's the same thing.
Impossible, right?
So yeah, it's not enough to encourage the customers to look around, but they feel that it doesn't annoy them enough. It's like you're in there and it's like, well, you've got to look for things and you're annoyed, but you're not annoyed enough. Did you walk out? Because Costco shoppers are fiercely loyal. I mean, I don't have one close enough for me. I would love it if I did. I was Sam's literally up the road, so I go there. But Costco shoppers are really loyal. 90% of their customers renew their memberships each year. 90%. I dare you to find something that has a retention like that.
Right.
And I have a couple of Costco Did You Knows. I think everyone knew this one. You can buy caskets at Costco.
Yes. Yes, I do know that. Which is silliness in itself.
How do you put that in your cart? Do they move those around? It's like springtime, lots of death in the air. Let's move these near the front. A lot of people die in the spring.
Wait. Do they put them at the register? You know how you pick up the magazines?
Oh, honey, why don't you throw that casket in there? Grandpa's not feeling good this week. Costco buys.
You pick on.
Poor Grandpa. Costco buys 50% of the world's supply of the most popular cashew. They buy 50% of the world's cashews. They sell $300,000 worth of cashews every week. Costco is considered one of the biggest pizza chains in the country.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, a lot of people love. I know Sam's. They have Nathan's hot dogs. People go there and eat the pizza and the hot dogs. You don't think Costco is a pizza chain, but there's only a few chains like Cece's that are bigger than it. This actually relates probably regionally too. The brands that Costco offer constantly change. And that's because they buy from whichever brand name overproduced that month. And I think that's smart. I think that's a smart buying strategy. I know Big Lots is like that. Like you go in Big Lots and just the weirdest stuff is there. And it's one of those things, if you don't see it when you're there, you can't say, oh, I'm going to come back for that, because it's not going to be there. So it makes shopping interesting. Speaking of food, the Costco hot dog and drink combo has been $1.50 since 1983. The price has not changed since the store has opened. How about that?
Wow. How about them apples? I mean, how about them hot dogs?
How about them hot dogs? So pretty interesting stuff. I mean, it's, as we say, the store layout thing is kind of Captain Obvious. They do it just to keep you walking around. But I guess the data says it works and it's worth moving the stuff around. So pretty interesting.
Yep.
All right. Anything else, Dad Bart?
Yeah. So find your caskets and
You get your casket and your party tray at Costco. It's one-stop shopping. You heard it here first.
I can't. I'm just gonna stop.
All right. That is your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.